Good evening, everybody. My name is Scott Jacobson, and you are listening to Juiced Sports Radio. And Ozzie Guillen is in trouble once again. The Marlins hired the highly energetic, highly controversial, never shuts his yap Guillen in the offseason. I believe they actually traded for him. They wanted him to bring buzz. They liked his Latin roots. He used to be a coach for the Marlins during their 2003 World Series run. And now they're getting what they paid for. Ozzie Guillen is honest, and like a marriage, for better or worse, this is what the Marlins paid for. And if they're surprised about Guillen's recent comments, how he loves Castro and how he respects how he's been in power for so long, or how he gets drunk after every game, and he's been doing so for 25 to 28 years or whatever he said, well, then they're naive, or they're stupid, or they don't read newspapers. Because Ozzie Guillen has been saying stupid crap for the last 10, 12 years. I mean, this is who he is. The Marlins wanted someone who was going to bring attention to the organization. You got him. You know what? People are saying, why is this news? Why is Ozzie Guillen's mouth really that important? What he says to Time Magazine or CBS Sportsline or whatever. And first of all, why is Time interviewing Ozzie Guillen of all people? Seriously. There's not more important people in the world to be interviewing than Ozzie Guillen? Really? Look, Ozzie Guillen won a World Series in 2005. Hasn't done a ton since, but he makes headlines with what he says. The Marlins wanted a connection to the Latino community, and he may have already burned that bridge with his comments about Castro. I firmly believe that when you make those type of comments, you better A, be prepared to back it up, and B, understand the backlash you're going to get. Because you are the manager of a professional baseball team. Yes, the Miami Marlins may have taken flack in recent years for being completely irrelevant, basically the Oakland A's equivalent in the National League. But they are still a professional franchise. There is still a right and a wrong way to go about your business. This is wrong for so many reasons. And it really doesn't have to do with why he said what he said. It has to do with the fact that he said it, and the fact that he is looked up to as a role model by younger people, for better or for worse. When you are the coach of a team, you have a huge influence on the youngsters on the team. I understand these guys might be professional ball players, but coaches are highly influential people, and like teachers, what they say, people listen to until they get tuned out. Ozzie Guillen needs to understand that he is considered a role model to plenty of people. Why people would consider him a role model, I don't know. But the power position he's in, people look up to him. People want to emulate what he does because people want to have his job. And you can't go around saying stuff like this. He needs to think before he speaks. A 7-year-old Marlins fan shouldn't be watching ESPN to find out that the manager of their baseball team, the Marlins, drinks and gets drunk before every win or after every win and after every loss. That is horrible. Parents must be outraged right now listening to what Ozzie had to say. And yeah, he's going to apologize. He's going to fly all the way down to Miami and talk to the media and apologize at Marlins Ballpark. But you know what? What he said is sickening because he is seen as a role model, whether he likes it or not. And if he can't do things the right way, then he needs to find another job because he is in a position of power where what he says has a platform. Now, we give Tim Tebow a lot of crap for what he says, but he goes about things the right way, whether you believe in his religion or not. Ozzie Guillen is basically the anti-Tebow. I'm not trying to bring Tebow's name into this, but I'm just saying there are two sides to the coin. Tim Tebow understands his role as a role model in sports, and I feel like Ozzie Guillen completely neglects that. He's been straight up honest. You know, he said, I took this job because they paid me the most money. And you don't hear many people say that. Some people find his honesty refreshing. Sometimes I do. Most of the times I don't. Ozzie Guillen in the news once again. My name is Scott Jacobs. You've been listening to Juiced Sports Radio. What did you make of Ozzie Guillen's comments about Castro and about drinking? Do you care? And do you think he has a responsibility as a role model to be careful what he says? And that the Marlins should take action if this goes on again, which it will because he's Ozzie Guillen. That's it for the show today. We've been on a hiatus for a week, but we'll be bringing you new videos this week. Subscribe, check us out. Good night, everybody. Marlins baseball, controversy. Oh yeah.